Charlie's Angels are on a mission to Mars. Here's the briefing. Team 5 has been given limited resources to build a mechanical device to conduct a rescue mission to Mars. In order to successfully complete this mission and win the competition, the machine must score the most points by completing a variety of tasks: clearing radioactive elements, collecting rock samples, successfully landing spacecraft, rescuing astronauts and rovers, and placing a flag in the center of the arena, all while fitting within the go, no-go box and following the ME-2110 guidelines. The final design utilizes drawer slides to extend a platform, pushed by a pneumatic actuator, into the center of the arena from the deployment box. The platform has two arms attached to mousetraps. The angled arm deploys at a specific distance to retrieve the rovers and astronauts. The straight arm deploys upon full extension to place the flag into the middle of the arena. Attached to the front of the box is a solenoid which, when activated, releases the spacecraft into the designated safe zone. The location of the safe zone is determined by a long arm switch mounted beneath the box. A large T-shaped structure is attached to the underside of the box. This is used to retrieve the rocks. The structure features hinged arms which attach to the side and increase the area that is serviced. The T-shaped structure is attached via string to a motor at the back of the deployment box. When the platform is fully extended, the motor begins reeling the string in, the solenoid attaching the structure to the box is deactivated, and it is dropped, with the motor pulling it all the way back into the safe zone, collecting rocks along the way.
Charlie's Angels created several design alternatives which helped to shape our final design choice. Our first one, the toy box design, utilizes scissor arms and a motor to deploy a platform to the center of the arena, from which mousetraps will trigger to place a flag and collect the rover. Additionally, an actuator knocks down a block of wood to deposit spacecraft, and cylindrical objects roll off the platform to clear the radioactive materials. A T-bar will fall to collect the rocks. This design can perform all tasks but suffers from being cluttered, insecure, and the need for precise timing. The second design is a scissor extension design, which utilizes gravity and push arms to clear radioactive material. An actuator is used to knock over a scoop arm to collect the rocks, and a motor helps retrieve them. A clamp holding the flag is attached to a scissor extension tied to a weight. The rover arm is attached to the scissor extension to get in the way of the rovers to knock them off the platform. Finally, a box holding the spacecraft is attached to the rover arm. A solenoid blocks the exit of the spacecraft, and when activated, the solenoid retracts and the spacecraft are free to exit. Major drawbacks of this design include its slow deployment and potential interference of the subsystems. The third design alternative is known as a long arm design. This concept design uses drawer sliders to send the center box into the arena using a pneumatic actuator. Once in the arena, the long arm switch placed underneath the center box will signal when to deploy the spacecrafts. The spacecrafts are blocked by solenoids, which retract when signaled by the long arm switch. In addition, a scoop is attached to the motor on top of the center box. The scoop is designed to place the flag into the safe zone and then knock over the astronauts and rovers. To collect moon rocks, a lever is knocked into the home zone when the center box deploys. Lastly, the long arm design uses ramps which deploy pipes to clear radioactive material from the home zone. The major challenge with this design are the ramps. The size and angle of deployment required for the ramps to clear radioactive material would interfere with the geometric constraints, potentially disqualifying the team from competing.
The last alternative design, the basic box design, is similar to the final design but differs in that it only uses gravity to deploy the drawer sliders, and uses the mouse traps provided instead of the 3D printed ones used in the final design. Several design and planning tools were used to formulate concepts used in the final design. The House of Quality helped the group determine the most important customer requirements, durability, and whether the machine fits in the no-go box, and the most important engineering requirements, the dimensions and number of parts. Both these priorities were considered when developing the final design. The function tree allowed for the visibility of all required functions related to the competition, as well as additional functions such as accessing power.
The team relied heavily on the produced morphological chart when creating alternative designs. The designs incorporated various modified solutions laid out in the morphological chart, such as catapult arms, push arms, and ramps. Final design was chosen based heavily on the evaluation matrix. Final design features a sturdy rectangular frame that deploys a center platform into the arena, scoring a 4 in the stability category. This category varied amongst machines due to their inability to either remain balanced or deployed when desired. In addition, the final design fits perfectly into the volume requirements, something that the long arm design may not be able to do. In relation to fast deployment, the final design scored a 4 in the evaluation matrix with the use of its drawer sliders to easily translate most of the subassemblies horizontally. Other machines, such as the toy box and scissor extension, scored lower in this category due to the speed at which the scissor extensions deploy. In addition, the final design holds the spacecraft inside the center platform and releases them after retracting a solenoid. This effectively deposits the spacecraft into the safe zones, scoring a 4 for this particular task and potentially scoring 60 points. The selected design, Charlie's Martian Angel, incorporates the best features of these 4 alternative designs, incorporating drawer sliders to avoid overcomplication, a pneumatic actuator for speedy deployment, and attempts to address almost all of the potential sources for scoring points.
The results in the qualifying competition were less than satisfactory, to put it nicely, given that the team disqualified on every single run due to a problem with our code, resulting in our last place seeding going into the final competition. But hey, who doesn't love an underdog? We were getting ready for the final competition when, out of the blue, our ME-Rio decided to stop working at 1 a.m. the night before the competition. Naturally, we were panicking, but Song, our guardian angel's song, descended from the heavens with a new, pristine ME-Rio, untouched and pure. With our new ME-Rio, we were ready to take the competition by storm. We DQ'd in the first round. I guess some things never change. The problem was determined to be that we didn't fully plug in our driver board. Now, if there's a bigger choke job than that in recent history, I can't think of it. But there was still a chance to redeem ourselves. We still had the second round to put all our failures behind us and achieve greatness. Hours in the studio every day for weeks for a machine to move a total of 2 inches. Absolutely incredible. It was still good enough for third place. The problem occurred when the solenoid sucked up the rock collection bar. This caused the machine to move forward slightly and not allow the actuator to make contact with the machine, and therefore not push it out. We did do somewhat more respectable in the design portion, with our laser cut design and poster giving us a score of 24.75.
Throughout the length of this course, the members of Team 5 developed skills in machining, mechatronics, prototyping, and woodwork. These skills were essential for the creation and development of our mechanical device. In addition to learning new skills, Charlie's Angels took every setback as a learning opportunity to get as much knowledge as possible from this course. Procrastination taught us the importance of time management and division of labor to effectively complete each task assigned. In addition, failures both on and off the course emphasized the importance of repeated testing to ensure a consistent performance. Overall, ME-2110 was an invaluable experience that taught teamwork, perseverance, and the importance of drawer sliders.
We dedicate this video to Song. May he live forever in our hearts.